On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched a coordinated airstrike campaign against Tehran. In the opening strike, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed. Several senior figures in Iran's security establishment were also reported killed. According to Reuters sources, those casualties included Defense Minister Amir Nasrizadeh, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Commander Mohammad Pakpour, and National Security Advisor Ali Shamkhani. But the major question is this: how were the United States and Israel able to strike one of the most heavily protected targets in Iran so quickly? The answer can be summarized in 3 words: foreknowledge, preemptive strike, and regional encirclement. According to Reuters, U.S. officials believed Khamenei had to be targeted first in order to preserve the element of surprise. If the strike had been delayed, he might have had time to move into hiding. Reuters also reported that Israeli intelligence discovered Khamenei had moved a meeting with his inner circle earlier than expected. As a result, the timing of the attack was advanced to that same morning. In other words, this was not a random strike, it was an operation executed based on real-time intelligence. The second factor was blinding Iran's defensive systems before striking the leadership core. Reuters cited statements from the Israeli military saying they had gained air superiority over Tehran and then continued striking Iranian command centers, security facilities, and military installations. The Associated Press also reported that the bombardment destroyed much of Iran's air defense network and several missile launch sites. Once the defensive shield was torn apart, high-value targets inside the capital became far more vulnerable. The third factor is that the United States already maintains a ring of military bases surrounding Iran. In Qatar lies Al Udeid Air Base, the forward headquarters of U.S. Central Command and the largest American military base in the Middle East. In Bahrain sits the headquarters of the U.S. Fifth Fleet. In Kuwait are Camp Rifjan and Ali Al Salem. In the United Arab Emirates is Al Dhafra Air Base. In Iraq are Ain al-Ositan Erbil, and in Jordan there is Muwafaq al-Salti Air Base. According to the Council on Foreign Relations, the United States maintains military facilities at least 19 locations across the region. This network allows Washington to monitor, supply, coordinate, and apply continuous military pressure around Iran. But the cost of that strike was immediate escalation. Reuters and the Associated Press report that Iran retaliated with missiles and drones not only against Israel, but also against several Gulf countries hosting U.S. military assets. Reuters reported attacks on Kuwait and Bahrain on March 1st. March 6, the Associated Press reported that Iran had launched more than 380 missiles and nearly 1,500 drones toward 5 Gulf states since the conflict began. This shows that killing the supreme leader may have been a tactical success, but it also opened a much larger regional front. So the United States was able to eliminate Iran's supreme leader not because Iran was defenseless, but because 3 conditions occurred at the same time. Intelligence identified the exact moment. A preemptive strike weakened Iran's air defenses, and U.S. Israeli forces were already strategically positioned around Iran. In short, this was a strike defined by information, timing, and geography.